In part one of this episode of Interviews from the Backseat, we talked to social media influencer Sarah Gosnell.
I could offer advice to anyone who is interested in treating their social media more like a platform to earn like income and everything, is be yourself.
Welcome back to Interviews from the Backseat. I am so excited to have fashion sensation Sarah Gosnell. Sarah Gosnell has been a client of ours for over 8 years now, and after 8 years you get to know the clients, and she has truly been an inspiration to me. She started off running a cheerleading school when I first met her, and now she's an influencer on social media and has really made a name for herself, and has over 40,000 followers on Instagram just in a couple years, and is growing that immeasurably. So, you're right.
Yes.
So it's really exciting to have you. And
I'm excited to be here.
So to start off, do you mind if I get a little personal?
Sure, absolutely. I don't.
So, you actually are suffering from a disease.
Yes.
That's affecting you, but you are like, this is the thing that inspires me.
Oh, thanks.
You are handling it and overcoming it in amazing ways.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Okay, so back in 2013, I was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. I had vertigo, and sides, like my left side of my body would just go completely numb. And so it was really scary. But I think the hardest part was the journey of like getting the diagnosis. But once I received the diagnosis, I don't want to say I was relieved, but it was more like, okay, this is what I'm up against. Like, what do I need to do? And I found, within the first few months of being diagnosed, I realized I had a choice. It was like, I either can let this totally change my life and it be me, or I'm still my regular self, but who just so happens to like have this thing. And so I decided at that moment I was going to have a positive outlook on it, because sometimes people who have multiple sclerosis, they tend to like suffer from depression, and they just, it's very woe is me sometimes, understandably, but I just didn't want that for myself. So I've just decided just to live life as normal with some tweaks and everything. I have to rest more and eat healthier and everything, but I just made the choice. I was like, it's not going to own me. I own it. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's fantastic that you have that outlook. So
I think perspective and mindset is everything. I don't take medication for it either, because the side effects were like more damaging to me than.
Right. So you're not taking any medication whatsoever?
No. It was like wreaking havoc on my body, and so especially with like COVID going on, I'm not at a higher risk really because I'm not on an immunosuppressant. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it's just like wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah.
I just was like, I'd rather just choose to be happy.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's incredible.
Okay,
now, you are a social media influencer. You have a website, and you also big Instagram following. What are some of the things that you're trying to accomplish with your website and your social media feeds?
So basically with my website, which I need to get better at posting more often, but
Don't we all?
I know it's like a lot. I'm like, I need an assistant, Steve. No, but basically like through social media, like for me, I started doing this because just for fun, I would decorate my house, and I have always loved fashion my entire life. I've always loved designing. Like when I had my cheer gym, we were known for sure was like our branding, like our look. Like, so all my athletes had like a certain like look. I mean, down to hair, nails, their makeup, like presentation and visuals are like everything to me. So I live my life that way anyways. So blogging and the influencer world was like kind of starting to become a thing, and I was like, you know what, why not? And from not having my gym anymore, I really missed like that human connection with people outside of my home, because we all know being a mom's hard. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. And I didn't really change anything about my life at all to become an influencer. I'm just living my life and just sharing it with people, and that's that's like what I think my favorite part about all of it is connecting with people.
So on Instagram, you have 40,000 followers.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you did to be able to get to 40,000 followers?
I mean, honestly, I think like word of mouth and like connecting with people, DMs and everything, like direct messages, and then I've done like some giveaways, and actually, so a lot of influencers will do like giveaways, and it'll be like, hey, you know, like you win this prize, but you know, follow me and so and so and so, and like, because then you can pool together your following with each other. Business, like Instagram is like a platform for business now. Like people run their businesses fully off social media, especially with what's happened with COVID. Like more and more, I think too, we're going to see how much social media really is like the bread and butter for a lot of like for business. But I also think too, it opens up doors of opportunity for, you know, other ways of earning, you know? So I think that's, and you just have to keep at it, like just all the time.
Daily.
Like multiple times a day, and there's just a lot that goes into it.
You haven't been doing this for very long.
Yeah, it's been, oh God, like 2.5 years.
2.5 years, that's amazing.
But I think like the thing that people are wanting to see is real human interaction. I think that's what makes me stand out, is because sometimes it can, because there's a lot of influencers out there now, and they're all like amazing, but like sometimes, at least for me personally, I always thought to myself, what do I want to see as a viewer from an influencer? And for me personally, I didn't want to just see like ads, like because I was like, well, it seems not like genuine, you know what I mean? And so I was like, you know, I want to share like my opinions on things and my family and like the good, bad, and the ugly, you know, because it's real and they feel like they connect with you.
Right. Tell us, what's your advice for getting started as far as being on social media and then, you know, being an influencer?
I think that like if I could offer advice to anyone who is interested in like treating their social media more like a platform to earn like income and everything, is be yourself. Because and again, I'm not shaming anyone, but like influencers nowadays truly are like a diamond. I mean, there's like tons. There's a lot of influencers out there.
A lot more time to do it.
Yeah, and so I think, you know, it's very easy, especially on the business aspect, to get wrapped up in like algorithms and oh, you need to present yourself this way so this brand will want you, and this and that and the other. And something I'm really good at sticking to is, if a brand does not align with who I am as a person, I don't want to, like, I'm not going to work with them. Yeah. So, but it's very easy to get wrapped up in like I was saying, algorithms are like, oh, you need to post at this time on this day, and you need to make sure you're posting. Does your feed look, like some people are so obsessed with how their Instagram feed looks, and I don't do that. Like, I'm just like, okay, like what I post usually relates to like what I'm doing that day or feeling that day. People don't need more curated people or curated feeds. People need more real human to human contact, especially now more than ever, you know? So if you're thinking about doing that, just like be yourself, like truly unapologetically be yourself, you know? And the right businesses or the right brands they'll come to you, you know? So, and then you're not stressing out having to like be someone you're not.
I think that's some great advice. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.